Wait a minute. Did you know Ramadan is about more than just restricting yourself from eating and drinking? Most people believe it is simply a dietary restriction and nothing more. Although the main components are not eating and drinking, there is a far greater reason as to why Allah wants us to fast every year. I am willing to share my knowledge with you, but in order to grasp it, you have to stick around till the end of the video. Ramadan isn't only about fasting. Sure, we fast from dawn to dusk, but that's just the surface. The real essence of Ramadan lies in its spiritual cleansing. It's a time when we're called to reflect on our lives, to deepen our connection with Allah, and to grow as individuals. Fasting during Ramadan isn't just about controlling our hunger, it's about gaining self-discipline. Every day, as we resist the urge to eat or drink, we're training our willpower. This discipline spills over into other areas of our lives, helping us resist temptations and make better choices. But it's not all about what we're giving up. Ramadan is also about what we're gaining. It's a time for increased prayer and reading the Quran, for seeking forgiveness and purifying our hearts. We're encouraged to be more generous, to help those in need, and to strengthen our relationships with our family and friends. The beauty of Ramadan is that it offers a fresh start. It's a chance to break bad habits and build new, positive ones. So, when we think about Ramadan, let's remember it's not only about fasting, it's about transforming ourselves, growing closer to Allah, and becoming the best version of ourselves. Give up the sinful life. Let's talk about giving up the sinful life. It's something we all know we should do, but it's easier said than done, right? The thing is, living a sinful life can feel like being stuck in quicksand. The more we indulge in bad habits, the deeper we sink, and the harder it becomes to pull ourselves out. But here's the good news. It's never too late to turn things around. The first step is recognizing that we need to change. It's about being honest with ourselves and admitting that some of our actions aren't doing us any favors. This self-awareness is crucial because it's the spark that ignites the desire to improve. Once we've acknowledged the need for change, it's time to take action. This doesn't mean we have to become perfect overnight. It's about making small, positive changes consistently. Maybe it's cutting back on gossiping, being more patient, or avoiding situations that lead us to make bad choices. It's these little steps that add up to a big transformation. It's also important to surround ourselves with positive influences. Friends who uplift us and share our values can make a huge difference. They can provide support, encouragement, and a good example to follow. Prayers are a main aspect to get your fasting accepted. Prayers are like the secret sauce for getting your fasting accepted. Imagine fasting as your main dish, and prayers as the seasoning that adds flavor and makes it complete. When you're fasting, you're not just holding back from eating and drinking. You're also trying to get closer to Allah. That's where prayers come in. They're your direct line to have a chat with Allah, to say thanks, ask for forgiveness. During Ramadan, it's not just about going through the motions of praying. It's about really feeling it, putting your heart into every word. It's a chance to think about your life, see where you can do better, and make a plan to improve. The prayers you say during this special month can make a big difference in how meaningful your fasting is, and how likely it is to be accepted by Allah. Plus, keeping up with your prayers during Ramadan can help you build a habit that sticks with you all year. Fasting doesn't mean stay at home and do nothing. Fasting during Ramadan isn't a ticket to just stay at home and do nothing. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Fasting is meant to be a time of increased productivity and spiritual growth, not an excuse to laze around. Sure, we're abstaining from food and drink, but that doesn't mean our lives come to a standstill. Think about it this way. Fasting is an exercise in self-discipline and self-control. It's a chance to show that we can still carry on with our daily activities, even while we're fasting. This includes going to work or school, taking care of our families, and even exercising. Yes, you can still work out while fasting, just maybe not as intensely as usual. In fact, staying active during Ramadan can actually help make the fasting experience better. It keeps our minds off food, helps the day go by faster, and keeps our energy levels up. Plus, it's a great way to follow the example of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who continued his daily activities and even increased his worship during Ramadan. Dopamine detoxing and Ramadan. Have you ever heard of dopamine detoxing? It's this cool idea where you cut back on things that give you instant pleasure, like social media, junk food, or binge-watching TV shows. The goal is to reset your brain's reward system so you can appreciate the simpler things in life more. Now, let's talk about how this ties in with Ramadan. Ramadan is like the ultimate dopamine detox. During this month, we're not just fasting from food and drink. We're also encouraged to take a break from our usual sources of entertainment and distraction. It's a time to focus on our spiritual growth and connect more deeply with Allah. By cutting back on the things that usually give us quick hits of pleasure, we can start to appreciate the joy in prayer, in reading the Quran, and in helping others. This detox is about rediscovering what truly makes us happy. When we're not constantly chasing the next dopamine rush, we can find more satisfaction in our relationships, our faith, and our personal growth. It's like hitting the reset button on our priorities and our sense of fulfillment. Be careful to not gain weight. All right, let's talk about something we all need to watch out for during Ramadan: gaining weight. You might think it's strange because we're fasting most of the day, right? But here's the thing. It's all about what happens when we break our fast. When it's time to break our fast, it's tempting to go all out. We've been hungry all day, so we feel like we deserve a feast. And often that feast is filled with all sorts of delicious but not so healthy foods. Fried snacks, sugary sweets, and heavy meals become the norm. It's like our body's way of making up for lost time. But here's the catch. Our body doesn't really need all that food. During Ramadan, our metabolism actually slows down because we're eating less frequently. So, when we suddenly load up on a ton of calories at iftar, our body can't burn them off as efficiently as it usually does. Instead, it stores those extra calories as fat. And then there's the whole issue of being less active. Let's be honest, fasting can make us feel a bit sluggish. We might skip our regular workouts or just move around less in general. Combine that with the big iftar meals, and it's a recipe for weight gain. So what can we do? It's all about balance. Enjoy your iftar, but try to make healthier choices. Fill up on fruits and veggies, go easy on the fried stuff, and watch your portion sizes. And don't forget to stay active. Even a short walk after iftar can make a big difference. Use Ramadan habits all year long. Ramadan is a special time, but why limit its benefits to just 1 month? Imagine carrying the spirit of Ramadan with you all year long. During Ramadan, we develop amazing habits like fasting, praying more, and being kind. These habits help us grow spiritually and become better people. But once Ramadan ends, we often go back to our old ways. Why not keep up the good work? Think about it. Fasting taught us self-control and discipline. Why not apply that discipline to other areas of our lives? Maybe we could fast occasionally throughout the year or be more mindful of what we eat. And the extra prayers we did during Ramadan brought us closer to Allah. Why not keep that connection strong by praying regularly and taking time out for Quran reading and reflection? Ramadan also reminds us to be generous and help those in need. This shouldn't be a once-a-year thing. We can continue to give charity, help our neighbors, and be kind to everyone we meet. And let's not forget the sense of community and togetherness we feel during Ramadan. Why not make an effort to keep that going by spending quality time with family and friends and being there for each other? By using Ramadan habits all year long, we can keep growing and improving ourselves. It's like keeping a little piece of Ramadan with us every day. So let's not just leave these good habits behind. Let's make them a part of our daily lives and continue the journey of self-improvement and spiritual growth. After all, being a better version of ourselves shouldn't be just a once-a-year goal, right? If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to LearnDeen for more insightful content. Got any thoughts or experiences you'd like to share about Ramadan? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and may your Ramadan be blessed and transformative. Salam, and take care.